Yeah, oh yeah. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Lord, for this beautiful day and for our county and our country. Lord, I ask that every decision made today be made with grace and wisdom. In your name we pray. Amen.
Okay, good morning, everybody. In the absence of our clerk or deputy clerk or assistant clerk today, Auditor Yoder by revised code will serve as our clerk. And we would like to start today's meeting with a moment of silence, if we could, for two very influential community board president and longtime active with the agricultural community. And also Mr. William Bill Templeton, who is a Champion Township trustee that we lost unexpectedly this week also. Both of those gentlemen served their community well. They served in many capacities over many years, actually decades, both of them in Trumbull County, and both will be missed. So we can just have a moment of silence for them, please. Thank you. Auditor Yoder, call the roll, please.
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Here.
Commissioner Frenchco, here, Commissioner Malloy.
Here.
And I would like to call a point of order. If we have staff that is the assistant to the clerk, then they would be the next person to fill that position in our office.
No, we checked with it. It's the clerk or assistant clerk, and then it goes to the auditor.
Yeah, by invitation of the board. When did you check on that?
Commissioners, you don't have an assistant clerk currently. There's no assistant clerk. That's all I can tell you.
Item number 1, to dispense with reading the minutes of the regular meeting dated July 17th, 2024, and accept and approve the video recording of the meeting as the official meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second?
These are still done incorrectly. The meeting minutes, the revised code is extremely explicit when it says that if they're recorded electronically, then everyone has to have their name announced before they speak. That doesn't occur, and there is also required to be a proper transcription pursuant to the revised code. We're actually in court over this, and we need to be doing minutes the right way.
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Malloy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
No, because they're incorrect.
Item 2, to approve the bills.
A motion to approve.
Second that?
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Malloy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
Yes.
Item number 3, to approve additional appropriations.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Malloy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
Because there's not enough information given for some of them. No.
Item number 4, to approve transfer of appropriations.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Malloy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
And for the same reason, because there's not enough information given and no budget control at all. No.
Item number 5, to notify the Ohio Department of Liquor Control that a public hearing is not requested on the liquor permit application listed. From Murray's Sports Pub Incorporated, DBA Nonny and Mulligan's, to Pastera LLC, DBA Mantra.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Malloy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
Yes.
Item number 6, to concur with the Trumbull County Engineer to grant the right-of-way permits requested by the company listed, Flock Group Flock Group Incorporated, DBA Flock Safety.
Motion to approve.
Second the motion?
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Malloy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
Yes.
Item number 7, to concur with the Trumbull County Engineer to grant the special annual supplier fee permits requested by the companies listed, Miller Yount Paving Incorporated, Shelley and Sams Incorporated, and Ray Brothers Incorporated.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Malloy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
Yes.
Item number 8, to concur with the Trumbull County Engineer to grant the quarterly operator fleet permit requested by the company listed, RCS Transportation LLC.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Malloy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
Yes.
Item number 9, to concur with the Trumbull County Engineer to grant the special hauling permit to haul steel coils requested by the company listed, Jaro Transportation Services Incorporated.
A motion to approve.
Second that?
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Malloy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
Yes.
Item number 10, to award the lowest and best bids as submitted by DeSalvo Construction Company Incorporated for the Trumbull County Engineers Office Upgrade Project. The upgrade will include new windows, new mechanical systems, and new electrical panels in the amount of $1,011,000. The remaining, to be paid, to be paid using Fund 427-08-0100-1001, 505-402, with a transfer of 92,000 from Fund 921-130-1100-1100-1, and appropriate accordingly. The remaining $919,000 is being funded through bond anticipation notes Series 2024, and to enter into a contract and authorize a notice of commencement, with DeSalvo Construction Company Incorporated for said project.
A motion to approve?
Second that.
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Malloy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
Yes.
Item number 11, to award the lowest and best bid as submitted by Correct RX Pharmacy Services Incorporated to provide pharmaceutical service, necessary medications for the inmates of the Trumbull County Adult Justice Center, and to enter into a contract with Correct RX Pharmacy Services Incorporated for a 2-year period commencing August 1st, 2024, and ending July 31st, 2026.
A motion to approve?
Second.
And discussion, did anyone receive anything more than a letter of recommendation from Dr. Malvasi?
Well, this was a renewal of the company we had last year. They had no issues with them. They submitted the bid and we had familiarity with them. And that's why they were
Yeah,
chosen.
it's not a renewal, it's a new contract, and the question is, did anyone receive anything more than a letter of recommendation from Dr. Malvasi? But that's all I saw. That's all we were given as a board, and I just wondered if I was the only one who was given only a letter from him.
But Major Mason was at the workshop yesterday. If you had questions, I'm sure you'd have been glad to answer them at that time.
So it's no, alls we received to review on this contract was a letter of recommendation from Malvasi.
What more were you looking for?
It was so, okay. It'd be nice to see a more detailed explanation as to why they went with them, a breakdown of all the other pharmacies that that applied some type of a ranking system. We're basically taking, the sheriff has completely omitted himself from the process. So it's got the jail doctor who's responsible for keeping people off of their medications and a lot of lawsuits and complaints. And the sheriff who's associated with him didn't even send anything. It just came directly from Malvasi without any type of breakdown or ranking or explanation. This is all we received. Whenever we get bids from other other department heads and other elected officials, they write down or keep track of the reason why they went with one over the other, or they have a ranking system. And for this one in particular, we're just giving it based on what Malvasi said. And there have been problems with people not getting their medicine there. There's just, I don't trust him or the sheriff for that matter, but I know that they both donate.
I would venture to say they don't particularly trust you either, Commissioner. All the vendors.
Well, they actually have open cases where I've been called in to testify about the complaints relative to what's going on in the jail. and people not getting their medications and people dying. So not only did I win for an unconstitutional, unlawful arrest and a violation of my rights, I've been called in to testify to the dozens of complaints that I've received based on the care that Malvasi is providing and the sheriff. So if anyone's a question, I mean, I definitely question these two, and not providing anything to the Board of Commissioners is wrong. We're voting on this and we've got nothing but a letter of recommendation. We shouldn't be approving contracts just based on a letter of recommendation when there's 5 other ones and nothing to demonstrate why this one was chosen over the other ones. For all I know, someone has stock in a company. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know anything. There's nothing to justify one over the others, period, based on just the letter that we got that just says, I reviewed these and I want you to pick this company. That's all we got. I think the board should be more responsible and look at these things before they just rubber stamp everything that comes before them.
We're talking about pharmaceuticals and a doctor would review those, not us.
Right, and correct. And if the doctor and the sheriff are reviewing them and it's known that they have problems with certain people not getting medicines and such, they should give us.
That's
some-
your,
they
That's
should-
your opinion
They
again.
should
That's-
give
that's-
us, no, it's not an opinion. It's what's happened.
the other winning court cases that you can cite?
I have, well, you know what? I've received emails from people who were taken off their medicine and as a result of.
I've
me-
received many emails from inmates that told me they were innocent
Right.
also.
As a result of me sending those into Dr. Malvasi and the sheriff, within a day or so, they were put back on their medicine. So this is actually something that happens on a regular basis in our jail. I know that you guys.
That has nothing to
tried
do with this agenda item.
Right. So let's, again, that I'm responding to your gaslighting, which I shouldn't have. But the reality is as commissioners, we should rely more on a ranking with the qualities and qualifications of the applicants and what they submitted in their packet, as opposed to just a letter of recommendation and we're going to rubber stamp it.
Again, all of this was discussed yesterday with Major Mason on the record, saying this was the best bid. So,
That's really not what was.
yes, it was.
Okay.
It was exactly what was said.
Okay.
So you're calling Major
There's
Mason a liar now.
absolutely nothing that was presented with a ranking relative to this. We're just, you guys are rubber stamping. You want to argue about it, just say.
In
"Hey,
order
hey,
to
we-"
rank it, you need to be a medical professional.
There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing.
Did-
We
I
got the
don't
same
think you're
email.
understanding. I really
We
don't.
got the same email. And the email was just, hey, this is who I picked.
Did you ask Dr. Malvasi how he ranked it? Did you ask him if he
There
had a
was no
rubric?
ranking.
How do you know
It
that?
would
Did
be-
you ask
It
him?
would be submitted.
Did
to
you
the
have
board-
any communication with him at all?
Be
No.
submitted to the Board
Yeah.
of Commissioners.
Did you have any communication with the sheriff's department at all?
There would.
No,
So
we
it's
just
all
wait, we wait
speculation, it's
till
all
today.
accusations,
We wait till
it's
today
all
to put on a
baseless.
show and
It's-
we don't do our homework.
Every,
That's the problem.
everything that comes to us from the engineers, from Harry Newbrow, from other department heads, whenever we're awarding, I'm sorry, this is really loud. Whenever something's, turn that down, that's like, there's a lot of feedback. Everything that is given to us and put on our agenda is to have that background with it, and everyone else, for the most part, does that. This is the only case that I've seen probably in the last year where something just came without any information, so.
Yeah, remember you said that. You're saying this is the only case in the last year.
I
Cause I've
mean,
heard
it's-
you 10 times in the
it's a
last couple weeks say
recommendation.
you didn't have background information with something. And now you're saying this is the
Well,
only one.
A full-on contract without any information at all.
Let's move on.
Call the vote.
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Malloy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
Because we have absolutely no information about this, no ranking, and only a letter of recommendation, a sentence, mind you. I'm gonna say no, because there's not enough information to just award something like this when there's so much controversy surrounding it.
Item number 12, a request that the Board of Trumbull County Commissioners authorize Denny Malloy, President, to sign a notice to proceed letter for Freedom Roofing Windows and Siding LLC for the Girard Multi-Generational Center Gym Roof Replacement Project funded through the PY 2023 CDBG Community Development Grant Program.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Mr. Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Malloy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
Yes.
Item number 13, to adopt a resolution in support of the Clean Ohio Green Space Conservation Grant application by the Trumbull County Planning Commission on behalf of the Board of Trumbull County Commissioners. Whereas the state of Ohio, through the Ohio Public Works Commission, administers the Clean Ohio Green Space Conservation Program to fund the preservation of open spaces, sensitive ecological areas, and stream corridors. And whereas Trumbull County is desirous of financial assistance for the conservation and protection of parcel ID number 46053240 to become compliant with the Trumbull County Special Purpose Flood Damage Reduction Regulations. And whereas Ohio Revised Code 164.23 requires the Clean Ohio Green Space Conservation grant applications include a resolution of support from the Board of County Commissioners. Would you like me to continue or move on to the
No,
resolution?
that's fine.
You want the resolution?
Just
Yeah.
some of the information about the cost, and usually she skips through and does it.
There's nothing in here about cost.
See, should be on the last.
Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners, Trumbull County, Ohio, Section 1. This Board of County Commissioners authorizes the Trumbull County Planning Commission in accordance with Ohio Revised Code 164.23A1 to plan, prepare, and submit an application, including all required documentation on behalf of the Board of Trumbull County Commissioners to the Ohio Public Works Commission for a Clean Ohio Green Space Conservation Grant for the fair market value purchase of parcel ID number 46053240 Champion Township, Ohio 44483. And Section 2 authorizes Denny Malloy, President of the Board of Trumbull County Commissioners, to execute any and all pertinent documentation and enter into any agreements as may be necessary and appropriate related to the Clean Ohio Green Space Conservation Grant application and the long-term maintenance and preservation of parcel ID number 46053-240 to ensure end-use compliance with the Clean Ohio Green Space Grant funding.
Motion to approve?
Second that.
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Malloy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
Yes.
Item number 14, to rescind the resolution dated July 3rd, 2024, item number 13, duly recorded in JV 158, page 26595, to approve the personnel action for the employment of Mr. Gerald Whalen for the position of Assistant Water Superintendent with the Trumbull County Sanitary Engineers Department effective July 22nd, 2024.
Motion to approve?
I'll second that. And I just want to state on here, the discussion, Mr. Whalen has decided to withdraw his acceptance of the position. So this is by his doings.
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Malloy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
Yes.
Item number 15, to authorize Gary E. Newbrow, PE Sanitary Engineer, to issue the notice to proceed to SET Incorporated for construction of the Elm Road Water Improvements Project, known as County Project Number 2-W-16 in Bezetta Township.
Motion to approve?
Second that.
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Malloy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
Yes.
Item number 16, to remove from table item number 20 under the Commissioners' meeting agenda dated July 17th, 2024, to appoint Dr. Robert A. Walton, DDS, as a member of the Trumbull County Mental Health and Recovery Board for a 4-year term commencing July 1st, 2024 and ending June 30th, 2028.
I'll make a motion to remove from table?
I'll second the motion.
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Malloy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
Yes.
Item number 17, to appoint Dr. Robert A. Walton, DDS, as a member of the Trumbull County Mental Health and Recovery Board for a 4-year term commencing July 1st, 2024, and ending June 30th, 2028. Note, Dr. Walton will replace Deborah Tomine, whose term ended on June 30th, 2024.
Motion to approve?
Second the motion?
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Malloy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
Yes.
Item number 18, authorizing expenditure for responding to or mitigating the public health emergency from American Rescue Plan Act funds for veterans outreach. Whereas the county has received a distribution of monies, the ARPA funds, from the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021, ARPA or the Act, and whereas Congress passed the act effective March 11th, 2021, and we'll move down to the next page. Whereas the county has determined that Veterans Outreach has demonstrated an adverse economic impact from the pandemic due to the steadily increased demand for direct aid services and food support services from the veterans it supported, which has continued to increase from 2020 to the present and pertains to enumerated services set forth in the final rule, and therefore the county has determined that in the judgment of the board, the following grant qualifies as a type of project that will respond to and mitigate the adverse economic effects of the pandemic, which consists of the following: a one-time grant to Veterans Outreach in the amount of $90,000 to assist in funding the organization's direct aid and food support programs.
Make motion to approve?
I'll second the motion?
Mr. Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Mr. Malloy,
Yes.
Ms. Frenchco.
Yes.
Item number 19, this goes along with 18, to enter into an agreement by and between the Board of Trumbull County Commissioners of Trumbull County, Ohio, and Veterans Outreach to provide funds for Veterans Outreach for the continuation of meeting the demands of the needs of the veterans it served and as described in Exhibit A.
Motion to approve?
Second the motion?
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Loy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
Yes.
Item number 20, to approve the personnel action transferring Ms. Lisa D'Annunzio Blair from her current position of interim clerk, pay range 11, 17 years, $34.51 per hour, to the position of clerk, pay range 11, 17 years, $34.51, effective immediately. Note, Ms. Lisa D'Annunzio Blair was named the interim clerk for the Board of Trumbull County Commissioners on August 16th, 2023, duly recorded in Journal Volume 156, page 25, 921.
Motion to approve?
Second the motion?
I'd like to have some discussion about this, or just state, for the record that Ms. Blair participated in destroying records and celebrated my unlawful arrest with Mario Cantala Mesa. These records were requested via discovery and they were destroyed.
Commissioner, that has nothing to do with the agenda item.
It does. When we have a clerk who willfully destroys, does not give up or submits documents that are requested in discovery and celebrates what you did by conspiring to have me arrested.
Again,
via
that is
text
your
message.
opinion.
There were text messages that we were able to recover that showed the two of you conversing about that. And that is not.
After the
that's
fact, yes. After the fact.
After the fact.
Mhm.
Yes, I don't think that it's appropriate that, not only for that reason, someone who's going to celebrate unlawful acts and also, suppress evidence with, and from what I could gather with, Cantala Mesa, and we had issues of, documents that sat back, that she didn't know what to do with for months that ended up costing, tens of thousands of dollars more, and a lack of understanding the duties of a clerk and fulfilling public records. I think that there's a problem there with that. And we have an opportunity at this point to follow what our hiring policy says and what a best practice would be by advertising for the position. But no, we don't advertise. You know, you just continue to slide people into positions for political favor. You have an opportunity with this salary range to attract someone and advertise for someone who would know how to write agenda items, someone who would possibly know how to write RFPs and RFQs. But instead, this is the traditional Trumbull County favor broking mentality where jobs are passed off to people who do favors for one another. And I wholly disagree with this. And I just wanted to put that on the record. And then the refusing to work.
And
too.
again, Commissioner, that's your opinion. Ms. Blair has done an outstanding job replacing a difficult situation when we lost our other clerk. She's been receptive, on the ball with emails, with forwarding everything that we ask of her. Every meeting that we've had, she's run the meeting quite well, even when she's up against abuse and being belittled in front of the public. This is my time to talk, not your temper tantrum. And she has shown that she did not only has earned the right to be in the job, but she actually deserves the job. And it is within our policy. That was a policy that was adopted by a previous board to post or to not post if there was somebody in waiting for the position and training for the position. So we are following our policy as it's written and elevating her by removing the interim tag and putting her as the permanent clerk. And there, you can knock it all you want. We know you have a disagreement with pretty much every county employee that works for Trumbull County. And to say that she celebrated the arrest. I think there are a lot of people in this county celebrated you being tempered by somebody and actually also celebrated
Fired.
after the primary election when you were removed by the voters. There was a lot of celebration upon the whole county at that time. So you can throw your jabs at Miss Blair when she's not here. You can try to discredit her. But the bottom line is she will be working for Trumbull County January 1st and you will not.
This is the same person that has taken innumerable amounts of abuse from this woman
Well,
and has.
that's
Can
not
I-
true.
no, Can I finish, please?
No.
Because
no,
it's-
Commissioner Cantalasa has the floor.
Excuse me, I let you talk.
No, she would she sits in
Excuse
meetings,
me.
interrupts meetings to
Excuse me.
insult me. She's refused.
You
to
were
give me
interrupting a meeting
documents.
right now. Commissioner Cantalasa has the floor.
Executive.
We're following Robert's rules of
You're
order.
allowed to say what you
Address the
want, then
chair.
I'm allowed to say what I
Commissioner
want.
Cantalasa has the floor.
And I don't approve just completely blatantly dishonest statements by you, Mark.
The amount of name calling and abuse that
No.
clerk has taken over this year, any other person would have quit.
That's not true.
And it's a shame that
You're
we're at this position
completely
because the
gaslighting-
previous
trying to
clerk,
gaslight the public. to
because
make
the
them think
previous
something
clerk
else.
left because of you.
That's not correct either.
We have a letter to prove
We have
it.
a letter
can
to
enter for the
prove it.
record.
Oh, if we're
So
gonna go
please
there,
stop the lies.
you made a mistake, Mauro. Please stop playing with the microphone when you don't want me to talk. Well, before I was here, you demoted someone while they were on FMLA. And then you took away their office. And those were the main reasons why.
Did you
there
read
was
the
risk
letter?
to-
Did
it
you
doesn't-
read the letter?
The letter is inconsequential. The reality is the case was, the only risk of the case that was filed was due to the actions that you caused.
You're incorrect. She
Commissioner,
was made
she
whole
was in
after that.
tears every day
No.
because of you, and every single one of those staff members will attest to it.
That's so untrue.
That's so what?
Okay, so we.
It's so
okay,
true.
now we have Lisa who interrupts meetings, who argues, who doesn't know her place, who doesn't take meeting minutes. We're actually in open meetings court as a result of the failure of the clerk and previous clerks, not taking minutes, not recording minutes. We'll ask, she'll call the roll or someone will make a motion from the floor and she doesn't write it down and says, I don't have to. She doesn't understand.
And then you call her
the
stupid.
Basic processes of being a clerk. And we need to make sure that rather than just because you wanted to make sure that there was a little phrase written in there so that you can continue favor broking, we need to actually advertise, cast a broad net so that we get the most qualified candidates.
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Malloy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
No.
Okay, that concludes our regular business for the week. Do we have anything from my colleagues on the?
I do, and I don't know if anybody's here from Veterans Outreach. Is anyone here from Veterans Outreach? Terry, how are you? Thank you for coming. This is something that we as a board, not just me, but we as a board feel very strongly about, and Greg Chismar's back there as well, Liberty Township trustee. I've been out to the facility over there and have seen the work that goes on day to day with supplying veterans daily needs. Even going in there, you'll see veterans coming in and out of the building, and they completely outgrew their facility, and they're moving to another wonderful facility that I got a chance to tour as well. Terry, you're here today. I'd be honored if you accept this check on behalf of the commissioners, and we could take a picture. You guys come on up here, and Greg, can you join us? Greg has been very instrumental.
And
as
I
well.
want to say, I'm glad that you guys were contacted to apply because there was originally an effort to give someone money for a sham kind of veterans association. And I was glad that you guys got selected. That I talked to her to make sure.
Okay. Thank you, thank you. Hi. Thank you, commissioners, for your tireless work to make Trumbull County a better place to live, to work.
And we need your name and title.
I'm sorry. My name is Terry Eli. I'm with Veterans Outreach. I'm the executive director there. And I do thank the Trumbull County Commissioners for your work every day to make this a better place to live. And I especially want to mention Commissioner Cantala Mesa, who has been supportive of our work for many years through attending our events and sponsoring our events, visiting our offices, and just the general development of Veterans Outreach over the years. Thank you so much for this incredible opportunity to stand ready, willing, and able to help the veterans in their time of need. So far in 2024, Veterans Outreach has helped more than 800 individual veterans with financial assistance. Our Freedom Food Pantry has distributed 3,400 boxes of food so far this year. The need is only growing as so many veterans struggle to live on a fixed income that hasn't grown with the cost of living. Since we've moved to our new facility on Colonial Drive, we've opened what we call the VO Depot. It's a thrift store that the funds raised there benefit the financial services we do for veterans. So veterans can go and shop there, and if they are in need, which many are, they get clothing, housewares, and furniture for free through a voucher system. Other people can shop there, and when they do, the funds, again raised, go to the financial services. Our new home at 17 Colonial Drive is almost completely renovated, and thanks to your help, we'll be able to continue to wrap it up as a gift to the veterans and the local community. This grant is an answer to prayer, and we thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Terry. Mr. Chismar, did you want to say anything as well?
Greg Sismar, Liberty Township trustee. I just want to thank all three of you, all the help, everything's been with the Veterans Outreach. It's a very nice place that they got going there, and hopefully we get to take the big check again today, do we?
Maybe,
Well,
we'll
thanks
see.
again. Appreciate it. Now, the one thing is there a date on that? Like, remember ours had to change the date or whatever?
we'll work through that with our auditor's office, but we'll make sure that they get it.
Oh, you mean the date as far as the
How they have to spend.
all of the, I'm sorry, Martha Yoder, Trumbull County Auditor, all of the contracts and agreements since that time, the date has been adjusted to the end of December of 2025. So we're good on that.
I
So
appreciate it.
We've
Thanks.
taken care of that.
Yep.
I'd just like to also say, if you have a minute, go check out their facility. It's something to see, and you'll see veterans coming in and out of there with smiles on their faces. So it's one of the most worthwhile causes that we can give to. So very proud of that. Thank you, Terry.
Anthony DeSalvo.
Oh, the contractor.
No, Anthony, the doctor. The other thing I'd like to bring up, and Ms. Jackson, would you like to talk about what you talked about us yesterday? Let's go ahead, Mr. Kelly. You can go first, but we'll put you on deck, Ms. Jackson.
I just have Mr. Glenn, City of Niles.
Yep.
Item 11 with Dr. Malvasi. I've sat through tons of these requests where Ms. Frenchco just wants proof, wants more info, or says she has a letter, but if you want to sell something, try to make a better sale there, Ms. Frenchco. You come unprepared, you have nothing to share with your board members. As far as number 20, I'd just like to remind the public and the press that this problem started with her. She initiated it on day one when she started this job. She hasn't contributed anything to Trumbull County. I go back with the county 10 years to Commissioner Paul Heltzel when my wife was employed there. This one here just tore to shreds all that staff. And, she wants a trial. I want a trial. I want a day in court. We have to go to 11th District Court of Appeals. We're 3 judges. There's no evidence. There's no discovery. We have all kind of proof. Miss Blair also. And thank you, by the way, for giving her the clerk job. She's done a tremendous job. I've been here almost every meeting for 2-3 years. And I'm glad you're gone. I can't wait till the end of the year. You talked about celebrations when you got arrested. It was legal. You disrupted that whole day. You don't listen. You don't take advice. You offer no wisdom. And I'm not going to complain about your ethnicity or anything. I don't care. When you come here, you do the job for the people, not you, not sue him, not sue him, not sue him, not sue her. Do a job. Do a job you were elected to do. Goodbye. Thank you, Mr. Malloy. Thank you, Mr. Campbell.
Sure, I'd like to respond.
Look at me when you respond, or it doesn't count. Go ahead.
For the public and for general knowledge, since I've been here, there's only been one lawsuit that was adjudicated where there was a decision where someone won and someone lost. And that is the case where I was unlawfully arrested and my civil rights were violated. And
That was an
wanna
opinion.
and I want to thank you, Mr. Glenn, for coming up and mocking my ethnic
I don't want your
heritage
thanks.
as you did, and it was recorded.
He just said he's not here to mock any of that.
But
He's talking about your job.
because the judge in federal court who watched that video noticed it, and it helped me to win that case. So thank you.
Did the judge watch you tear Miss Vavoda Klotz down to the point of hysteria? Did he look at the thing and say that the public was trying to stop you? You stood right in front of her until she was melted.
Let me say.
You're wrong. You
the
treat
pro-
people like crap and you deserve no respect because you don't give it. I
prosec-
don't care what else you say. Goodbye.
I'm gonna say prosecutor.
Thank you.
When I was arrested, prosecutor Serp was brought in. He was visiting prosecutor because he was not connected. like Maro's brother who would have been there. And when they brought in someone who was impartial and not biased, as soon as they watched that video, the case was dismissed. And that's the reason why we won. So it doesn't matter your anger, your vitriol, your hate. It doesn't matter. A federal judge saw the truth.
That's one judge's opinion. The whole community can judge also, and the whole community has judged and has voted. Ms. Jackson, you have the floor.
But you can't pull the federal court.
Thank you, Commissioner Malloy. Thank you, Commissioner Council Mesa. I thank you that you're allowing me to give an additional public service announcement. And so this is to inform the community about the No Child Left Behind Back to School Festival. That's going to be held at Perkins Park on August 18th from 1 to 4 p.m. We will be in the Pavilion A and B on August 18th, which is a Sunday, by the way, to give away school supplies and backpacks. And so it's important that the whole community participates. And the reason why is because not too long ago, I said, our children are watching us. Doesn't matter what age your child is. They are watching how we act, how we speak, how we walk, how we respond to opposition and chaos. We want them to be able to critically think when they have to make a decision. So we have, I should say, as adults, we're to set the example. And this is what this festival is about. That the community comes together as one, and that each family who has children will receive school supplies and a book bag. And that's important. And I will say this, last year I volunteered at the festival. We were in the Trumbull homes. And I say that we all have to because the Trumbull homes is part of Trumbull County. Those grandparents, those parents, mothers and fathers, we have fathers who are raising their children also. Those aunts and uncles, who are now taking care of children. And most of them are struggling. But they were so thankful that they didn't have to come out of their community to receive school supplies and a backpack for their children. They were thankful that we went to them. They didn't have to come to us. And I was thankful to be a part of the festival last year, and I'll be a part of the festival again this year. And I thank Commissioner Council Mesa and Commissioner Malloy for giving me this opportunity. And I also thank you for what your donation is to this festival. I'm humbled by it. See, it's important that we become humble. We have to set the example of being humble. We can have an opinion, but we don't have to destroy people with our opinion. We don't have to degrade people and belittle people, because that's not what we want our children to do. And in closing, I'll say this. Proverbs 29:2 says the following: when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. We are rejoicing because of what Trumbull County Commissioners are setting an example. And the rest of it says that when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. Thank you so much. Everyone have a blessed day today.
Thank you. Ms. Jackson, I gotta tell you, yesterday, your presentation really touched us. Commissioner Canham Lace and I discussed at our public hearing. I have a check for you, a personal check for $300, and so does Mr. Canham Lace or Commissioner Canham Mesa. And I want to publicly challenge all other elected officials in the county including you, Ms. Frenchco and Ms. Yoder, to match our donation to this. This is going to give backpacks to kids that in need. It's going to be a day to celebrate everything righteous and good that you talked about. And like I said, the free haircuts, the thing to get kids pumped up for school, to get back to school and give them the inspiration to learn. I don't think there's a better cause we can do right now. So thank you for carrying that message to us.
I would like to say, while you're here, praising these two for what you discussed yesterday, here is the meeting, hang on, I'm talking. Here is a meeting and an opportunity for you to announce where people can send donations. Do you want to share that?
Yes, who can the public reach out to? We have the media here.
It's evident the demeanor here is despair.
I will post the flyer in the elevator for your information. I didn't think about bringing additional copies, but
I believe there's a website or a phone number on the back of the paper
yes,
that
it
you
is.
gave
But
me.
I say I don't have a copy of that one. 'Cause
I just gave it to you.
yesterday.
I just gave it to you with my check.
No, but I don't want to copy
Sorry.
the
If-
back part
If you can.
because that has your information on it.
Ma'am, can you say the name of the organization to send a check to?
Malloy. That's why I didn't want to, but I'll get
Oh.
another copy and then I'll bring some copies here.
Right, what we're saying is on the other side of where I filled out
Uh-huh.
has the name of the pastor and it has a phone
Women
number for
without
more
knowledge.
information we want to announce for the public on how, if they want to donate, who they can call if they don't have the flyer. Can you grab the,
I'm asking
That's
if you
it.
can announce the name to send a check. It shouldn't be this difficult either. You want.
grabbing it?
donations,
She's
you
grabbing
know.
it. I just explained it to her. Don't belittle her.
No worries.
I know you can defend yourself, but see the letter there that's on the front right there? The other side, the other side.
The other
You
side?
can also donate to the veterans.
Right on the bottom of it, it has the pastor's name and phone number for more information.
This part, I
Yes.
thought you meant this
No,
part.
no.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I'll get some more copies.
Right, but read it for the public so we can put it for the
That's
record
what
on the
you
other
need to
side,
do
ma'am.
Originally.
Right there. There you go.
Now,
The name of the group is One Village Community Outreach.
yeah, thank you. And it's Kent B. Barnes. He's the pastor of One Nation Kingdom Ministries. And he's also the founder and president of One Village Community Outreach. And so it has the information where you can give to Giftify, or through PayPal. And there's also a phone number on here. Should I give the number?
Yes, give the phone number.
Okay. The phone number is, you can contact Administration Department of ONKMINISTRIES@yahoo.com. Oh. Or call 330-979-7439 or 330-979-2414. Okay, we got this.
There you go. And all elected officials will receive one of those personally from me.
Okay.
I'll get a copy of that I will send out to all of them personally. And if the public, we encourage them to be there and participate and bring the kids on Sunday, August 18th from 1 to 4 at Perkins Park. Thank you.
Go to the Bible and act it like that.
Thank you.
Auditor Yoder?
I just have a couple of things to say, Auditor Yoder, Martha Yoder. Ms. Jackson, he put me on the spot here. I think he's getting me back for the livestock auction. Where we inadvertently bid against each other. And he paid $250 more for a turkey than he should have.
Oh.
I was glad to do it. I was
So
glad to do it.
if you accompany me to my office after the meeting on the 3rd floor, I will write you a check.
Thank you so much.
And secondly, I want to congratulate Lisa Blair. Mr. Glenn, I want to just correct one thing that you said. She was not given this job. She earned it. Right.
I fully agree.
I am in this building 5 days a week, often more than 8 hours a day. I have gotten to work with and spend time with Ms. Blair, probably more than anybody sitting up here. I appreciate her and I know, and I appreciate her hard work. And she's gotten a lot of grief that she didn't deserve. And I do congratulate her. Absolutely.
You know, everything that they do. The clocks went above and beyond, and we all saw that.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. I guess to wrap that up final with that too, is I want to make comment too, that I'm very proud of every one of our staff members we have. I think we have an outstanding commissioner staff and just county employees in general. I'm fortunate to be in the position I'm in. I'm blessed every day to be a coworker with these people. And I am amazed every day at some of the talent that we have, not only in this building, but throughout the county. We're very, very blessed here in Trumbull County.
Okay.
Anyone else have anything for the good of Trumbull County? Mr. Hart.
Part Trumbull County Maintenance. First one is, we discussed at the workshop about trying to get more handicap spots out front. I talked to the city today, we secured one in front of the jail. Limited to 2-hour parking only for community and citizens of Trumbull County to park here and on Harmon Street. The second one is on the agenda for next week. We're gonna start that will be something that we need to look forward to. Week and start Brown Creek for the 4-H.
Fantastic.
I had, Bill, while you're up here, I had someone reach out and ask about the, actually, someone reached out and I was there last week at the Children's Services. They asked about an
Yes,
update.
there is another meeting for engineering again out there tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Or I'm
Okay.
sorry, tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
There's, well, there's only gonna be one generator to service the two buildings or two?
Two, they have
Okay.
both separate services.
And it
coming.
should be under $50,000 or
I don't know what
75?
the
Yeah,
cost
okay.
is yet, so.
Because the administrator for the one building for the intensive care for the children with severe issues got it.
Pine side?
Yeah, they got a quote and they already got a quote. So you might want to reach out to
Okay.
them because they were
Yeah.
they were going to start the process until they realized that the building was still maintained and the facility was
Right.
owned by the commissioner. So it might be good to reach
Yes,
out to
I'll
them.
reach out. There's a meeting, like I said, out there tomorrow.
Okay.
I won't be there tomorrow, but I have somebody representing.
Thank you. I just wanted to be able to
Oh,
respond to
no,
people who
we're-
ask.
Trust me, I talked to Marilyn last week as well, so yeah,
That's
it's
good.
something that I do not want let slip through the fingers.
Thank you. I guess Greek Festival starts today. So this weekend is the Greek Festival. I just wanted to mention that.
St. Demetrius, we encourage the public to attend all the festivals as
So it's a
we've got some of the
good-
best in the country.
There's yeah, the children will be dancing and there's music, people coming in and it's fantastic church festival, real quality, great food too, so. And then I wanted to mention as well, there are a lot of people asking about the, there was the executive session last week that was 44 minutes long. And I want to publicly encourage the board to cooperate. When you realize that you've done something wrong, it's beneficial to the public to acknowledge that and correct it as opposed to continue to fight it and waste taxpayer money. I mean, we already have the contempt that was filed to you and you should have got your own attorney. And we also have the motion to compel, which is coming
because there.
Did
were
you get your
people-
contempt order filed or served on you yet?
There were people who were.
I know there's one coming for you also for comments you made on Facebook regarding a settlement offer. I don't know if you were served yet or not. You will be.
A settlement offer.
Okay. You'll see. But there's one coming back your way too for a different matter.
No, I think what we're talking, well, if we're gonna go there.
Let's
So-
not go there. Let's just go.
I'm embarrassed over that.
This is
So
ridiculous.
basically, it's not a settlement offer. There was an offer of judgment, which is $500,000.
We should not be talking about
An offer of judgment.
legal matters
No.
open in the public like this,
You brought it
period.
up.
Putting
There's a
Trumbull
difference
County at
between
risk.
discussing confidential.
Hey, you're
meetings.
discussing something that's a court matter. If you want to discuss it, continue. It'll be before the
Right,
record for the
right,
court too.
right. There's
So
confidential.
I'd advise your attorney
there's-
about now is when you'll
Sure.
phone a ring and he'll tell you to
Sure.
be quiet again or
There's
come running up here
There's
again.
confidential mediation and that situation, you're not allowed to discuss it. Then there is an offer of judgment. And as it relates to the case with my arrest where they're determining the damages, there was an offer of judgment for $500,000, which I believe
I
you
am-
should be paying instead of letting the taxpayers.
I
pay
am,
for
the
that, because
taxpayers
you're
are not paying.
personally liable.
And I'm not gonna talk about pending litigation. That is under appeal
Right.
and we're
Well, he
looking
just-
into it.
The president, maybe you have a problem with the president of the board for bringing that up.
Unfortunately,
then,
this is
which
how you,
guys are
how you've dealt with
birds of a
problems in
feather.
the past by
Okay.
bringing on lawsuits instead of trying to work with
You
people.
facilitate them with staff. And sometimes when people just refuse to do what's right, that's the only thing that you can do. When people are so brazenly opposed to following the law as it relates to.
I have no
people, to
comment
following
on it. It's a
open-
legal
open
matter.
records, then you have to take action in order to make sure that you're maintaining transparency. So we've got an open records case over there. And then in the federal court, there is, where they lost, they're appealing that, so.
Okay, anybody else have anything for the good of Trumbull County? Do you have anything on the phone lines? Hit *6 and unmute yourself.
Hearing none, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second the motion.
Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Commissioner Malloy,
Yes.
Commissioner Frenchco.
Yes.